Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones Day Trade setup for today. So, looking at the 8 hour at the moment, it does look like we have a potential double top brewing, but unfortunately, for that pattern to play out, we need to drop below 32.086 and retest that area before we can even consider that a double top is in play. And that would give us a fairly strong move to the downside, pretty much come and find support down here in this area here, which would be 38.54. So obviously we need to break through that. So that's not really the option at the moment. We didn't get any retests of breakouts yesterday. So let's just get to the levels we can trade. You can see there was our first area, and when we did the video we were basically rejecting that area. Was expecting us to move a little bit further down to 32.819. That did not materialize, and we're kind of ambushed in no man's land over there. So you can see no fractals there, but yeah, it does do that quite often, and find some support there. Anyway, so there was no trade yesterday on this for me. Just I think S&P was a better trade, and what I'm seeing at the moment is not looking very exciting right now, to be honest. So we had a bit of selling, a bit of a sell-off going into close. That could just be profit taking. Look at my oscillators; they've crossed over. They are pointing down at the moment. So we could be seeing a little bit of. I could draw it like that, but probably best just to do this and then take it from there. Okay, so we could be seeing a little bit of a rising wedge, and rising wedge, if we break to the downside, there is normally a 75% probability that we are going to continue to the downside to the area where it first touched, and that is pretty much going to be somewhere between, let's see if there's structure here. There's no structure here, so I would take it right here. That's 32.819. That would be the area. So break, that's where it would come to, which would more than likely form a wider channel, and there'll be opportunities to buy lower down there. So bear in mind we are on coming to the end of the month, and monthly bar, look at that monthly bar. That does look a bit like an exhaustion bar. Look at my oscillators. Look at how far away we're going, parabolic away from the moving averages, and we've typically stayed with this moving average for a number of years. Since 2010 basically we've stayed with this moving average. So that is looking relatively tired. That's why you got everybody screaming bubble, bubble, bubble. So the trend is up. We should be looking to buy into this. Obviously not at these levels here. We want to buy lower down, and that's what we're looking for. So I think I'm going to be watching this very carefully. The first area for support is going to be down here, 32.993. Okay, I'm going to ignore diagonals for now. That's going to be the first area, 32.993. We get through that, 32.907 or 32.900 will more than likely offer some support. We get through that, then we're looking a little bit further down at 32.820, and that would be the rising wedge target. So for me at the moment, that is the moral of the story. I just want to see if this consolidation area here has played out. I don't think it has, but we haven't tested. So yeah, that's our consolidation target to the upside, which is 33.525. Okay, so simple view on this at the moment. Get the 15 minutes, look for opportunities to buy into this, and you can use pretty much anything. There are gaps still to the downside here as well, so bear that in mind, below the lows of yesterday. So that would be the first area. If we can come and test the highs of Friday, because we did close above the high of Friday, so that is fairly bullish. But if we can come and test it again, it would give us an opportunity to buy into this. But we could also just move sideways, and then the oscillators would group to the downside like they started doing here, and give you opportunities to buy into this. But for me, any buying will be small positions and relatively cautious, because we are looking a little bit tired. So yeah, I think that's the moral of the story today. It's nothing earth-shattering or extremely clear from a trading opportunities. So we're looking for longs. Trend is up, that's no doubt about that. But the opportunities to get in is what we need to focus on. So 15-minute does look a little bit better than the higher time frames, and that's always an indication that there's still another little push on offer. But when you start looking at the high time frames, we are really starting to look extremely overbought. It doesn't matter which one I look at. You know, we've got a bit of a hanging man there with engulfing on the 4 hour, and also we've crossed over back the upside. And if you look at the 8 hour, we're coming up to an area where we know we need to be cautious, where we've got a bit of a sell-off potentially brewing. So be very careful to the upside. Don't get carried away, and don't look at this as a double top just yet. You may need to break below this tail here. Break below that tail, then you've got a massive magnet down here of a gap, and you've got some pretty good structure further down at 3100. So that's kind of what I'd be very cautious of at the moment. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me at the moment. Not really excited about it, but we will watch it anyway. There may be an opportunity. Just keep those stops really tight, and if I do see something that pops up, I will get it out on the Telegram channel. Hope it helps, and we'll catch you later. Cheers for now.